I'm tracking light to moderate snow moving into Maine west-east tonight into the morning tomorrow. Rapid clearing on your Monday. It will be light to moderate, not heavy, quite fluffy, and then quite cold again with rain and snow coming middle of the week, around Wednesday into Thursday. That system comes through. A little bit more moisture, but it will be warmer. So there's that forecast. Let's take a look at things now in more detail in the mountains the next 10 days. 21 today for the high, down to -2. So it's going to get chilly. You got that snow coming through. Now it'll be very light in the mountains, western mountains, north country, not as much. Storm track is west-east across Maine. And then it is going to be all snow Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not a lot, but in the mountains, I do expect to be cold enough to hold on to snow there. Then we clear out and cool down later into the week. Inland, it is snow late. So a place like the Oxford Hills is going to see the snow first. Down east Maine will see the snow last. Sunny on Monday and cold, and then it's rain and snow. Plain rain coming through. Even Bangor getting into that plain rain situation by Wednesday into Thursday as that storm comes up. Basically a farther westerly track and northerly track with the next storm. Now for the coastline, PM snow. Now the southern coast really misses out on this with light snow arriving quickly Tuesday, but then it switches over to rain to 40 for the high with some light showers for basically Saturday of the upcoming weekend. So there's the forecast there. Let's get into the maps here. It's your snowfall map that I just made. So the forecast here shows what's going to be going on. You have your snow. Here's your storm track basically from west to east. So you're going to have a little trough set up here in the Gulf of Maine. Okay, and because of that, you're going to have heavier totals. There's a weakness in the atmosphere here, a little trough that sets up. Almost perpendicular to the coastline. So you're going to have enhanced lift in the atmosphere for down east, which means you're going to have heavier totals there. But this is not going to be a heavy snow event. Light to moderate. At most, you're getting 2 to 5 inches plus, at most, from this. Most people will see the 1 to 2 inch range, okay? But there will be a stripe here of some enhanced snowfall in the 2 to 5 inch plus range, but I can't see mostly anyone getting more than 5-6 inches from this. It'll be very light and fluffy, so you got to consider the fluff factor. So that's why I have that as the bullseye right there, because of the fluff factor. Okay, anytime we're talking about snow and fluff, high ratios. So here's a look at one of the models, and this shows that snow coming through that stripe. This shows that storm track west to east as it moves across Maine tonight. So basically after sunset here, and then in the overnight, and then the morning time, and then it's gone, and it's out of here early on Monday morning, okay, from west to east. But notice the southern coast misses out. Now, here is what the radar is going to look like with those snowfall returns, not rain this time. It's going to be very cold, okay? So there's going to be some enhancement here, Midcoast and down east, as the storm tracks from west to east. This is, once again, during the overnight. So this is 5, 6, 7 o'clock tonight. Now you're at 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5, 7 o'clock. It's over. Moves out of Eastport by 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So rapid clearing from the west. Now look at the storm now. It doesn't look like all that much. Okay, it's coming in from the west here, Arctic cold front that's going to be moving into the Gulf of Maine and bringing all the snow from Detroit, from Toronto, east tonight. Okay, and there will be some enhancement once it gets into the Gulf of Maine. Satellite picture, things are all clear now in Maine, a few passing clouds, but here's all the cloud cover from the storm that's coming in. Now, you don't have to call it a storm. Everyone gets very picky about what you call a storm and not a storm. Call it whatever you want, but a few inches of snow, I'm going to call it a storm for some of us. Now the southern coast doesn't get in on it, so I want to point that out. So from about around Casco Bay South, or around Portland's going to be that dividing line for this one. Now let's fast forward to the Wednesday, Thursday storm. Notice here, This one has the rain snow line all the way up in North Country is where your rain snow line is. So that is plain rain for down east and snow in the higher peaks and up in the county. So that's your next storm for Wednesday, Thursday. This is Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Okay, rain and snow showers. It's a warmer storm. It's warmer because here is your storm track. Watch, the trough is gonna be to the north. It's not gonna be to the south. So the cold air is gonna stay to the north. Let me show you the trough that comes in. This is Wednesday and Thursday here. Your energy with the storm is right here. It's pretty much right there. So with that energy from the storm being up there, it's going to be rain and snow. Here's your big driver. The engine for the storm is way up in eastern Canada, okay? You need the storm to be down here, okay? You need, if you want to get all snow, but it's not. It's up here. So it's going to be a mix. I do expect, though, the mountains hold on to snow, especially the western mountains. The county, it'll be somewhat mixed with a southwesterly breeze component, bringing up some warm air. So that's the forecast. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And get out the shovels, and some of you get out some of the plows. A good chunk of Maine going to be plowing this storm.